Hello everyone and welcome to Spot. In this episode we're gonna have another Runeword review and stay along because it's a quite interesting one. So let's have a look what I've got here, and this is a quite plain and simple 4-open socket faceplate which we're gonna use as a base for the Runeword, and we're gonna follow the theme of the budget Runeword yet again. So the runes which you need for this specific one are Do, Ort, Eld and Lem rune, as the Lem is, I'd say, the hardest one to find, but still it's not that difficult. It's a average level rune and a lot of people are willing to trade it for not that good of a gear, put it that way, or you can trade some perfect gems for it, so it's not something pretty expensive, put it that way. And now I definitely recommend you to use Faceblade for this Runeword, especially because the Faceblade, as you can see, it does not have any durability on it, which means it will not break, and being a weapon, normally they break quite a lot, so this is gonna save you tons of gold from repairs. So let's go ahead and pray for the best roll possible now. Now, I don't really need a superior base for this specific Runeword, simply because we're not gonna use it for its physical damage, put it that way. I'm interested in it because of something else. So let's go ahead and make the Runeword now. Do, Ort, Eld and Lem, and now I'm really passionate to have some good rolls on our passion, so let's have a look. What we've got is 55% on the attack rating, which is a low roll, unfortunately. It can go between 50 and up to 80% on the attack rating, so we almost got the lowest roll possible. And in terms of the enhanced damage, it goes from 160 up to 210, so again we're quite low on it. And that's unfortunate. I was hoping for something better, but still I'm gonna use it. Now let's quickly discuss the options which this Runeword gives. So the very first one is 25% increased attack speed, which, combine that with a Faceblade as a base, means that we're gonna swing with extremely decent speed using this weapon, and that's pretty good on its own. The second option, the enhanced damage, it can be good to roll a 210% in a superior 15% base, but still the damage won't be that much greater to what we have now using a low and normal base with low runes on it. So yeah, I'd say the damage of the physical aspect don't really differ that much. There's also a important option this time, the bonus to attack rating. Ideally you'd like to get as close as possible to the maximum, which is 80%. So this one being only 55 is not as good, but still it's gonna help. The next option, 75% damage to Undead, it's decent amount, but you have to think that you're not gonna increase a lot, because simply you're not doing a lot of physical damage with this weapon, so 75% extra on nothing is nothing again, so you don't expect a good boost from this one. The 52 attack rating against Undead, it's helpful, I'd say, because it gets further amplified by the other stats of your character, and let's put it that way, at least 1/3 of the monsters which you face in the Diablo universe are gonna be Undead, so you got a pretty substantial boost in there. 1 to 50 lightning damage, I'd say this works pretty good, and it's also stacking with other elemental damage you might have on your character, and combining this with a decent attack speed on your weapon, it actually works pretty well. The next two options are what this Runeword is known for, and they're the interesting part of it. And it gives +1 to Berserk and +1 to Zeal, but if you pay attention, these ones are not class specific. And what that means is that every single character equipping this sword is gonna have an access to Berserk and Zeal skills, which are Barbarian and Paladin skills respectively. And that's quite cool, because this opens quite a lot of possibilities for build diversions, and you can experiment using this item quite a lot. I've done a lot of builds using it myself, and if you're interested in it, I've got another build coming using exactly this weapon, and let me tell you, it's gonna be really awesome. So stay tuned for that. Also, the next option, hit blinds target +10. This works pretty well, I'd say, in PvM situations, because whenever you blind the enemy, it will not hit you at all, because they can't see you and all they do is just roam the map, doing nothing pretty much. So the next one, hit causes monsters to flee, 25%. I don't really like this perk of the item, because whenever you start hitting something and it starts running away from you, this interrupts your attack and you have to chase it to finish it. So I'm kinda against this option, but it might be a lifesaver in certain situations depending on how you end up in a fight. The next one, 75% extra gold from monsters. Of course, everybody likes that, so you can get additional game bows with the additional gold you're gonna farm using this weapon. Of course, 75% isn't that much, but the more you have it, the better. So, the last option, Heart of the Wolverine, is pretty interesting actually. I can't really show you right now, because I can't equip this weapon on this character, but anyway, what it does is you summon one of the druid hearts, and this is a really good one. It boosts physical damage and attack rating as well. So you got 12 charges of this one, which are replenishable whenever you repair it or use the cube trick, which I've shown in previous videos. You can replenish those charges, and eventually you can run around, ultimately casting that Heart of the Wolverine skill whenever you carry this weapon with you. So that's a really cool addition. And yeah, basically the interesting part of it is the 1 to Zeal or 1 to Berserk. And you can imagine making a Zealer Assassin or Zealer Amazon or Zealer Sorceress. Basically you can experiment with all of the classes and make pretty interesting builds using exactly this weapon. The 1 to Berserk, it's helpful again. You can use it on a Paladin, and that's quite fun. You can benefit from Fanaticism Aura, and that stacks extremely good with Berserk. Berserk is magical damage, but you get the increased attack speed and attack rating from the Fanaticism Aura on a Paladin, so whenever you hit with Berserk, you actually strike extremely strong, and that's really cool to do. Now, additionally, if you wear more items which are providing you plus skills, those +1 to Berserk and +1 to Zeal are getting further amplified as well. So let's say you wear a shackle as a helmet, which gives +2 to all skills. What that means is you're gonna have access to level 3 Zeal and level 3 Berserk instead of level 1, which is extremely cool as well. So the more of the old skill items you stack with this specific Runeword, the better the skills which it provides you are gonna get, so take a note of that. And basically I think that's gonna be the end of this video. We've talked pretty much about all the aspects of this Runeword. In my opinion, definitely worth the Lem rune. It opens up a lot of build possibilities. It's extremely cool item. You can make super funny builds using this Runeword, and it's also super cheap. The options which it gives, of course, they are not the best. Pretty much it lacks all kind of additional damages like crushing blow, for example. You don't have open wounds. you don't have critical strike, you don't have any of those interesting bits which you might want to have in a weapon, but it provides you something else instead. So yeah, give it a try, experiment with it, make some awesome builds, you'll be happy with it, you'll thank me later. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this one, guys. You know what to do if you like the video. Stay tuned for the next one, and I'll see you later. Bye!